No one in the small town of Gray Hollow liked the forest after sunset. During the day, it looked ordinary: tall pine trees, soft moss, and narrow paths used by hikers. But at night, it felt different. The wind moved strangely between the trees, and sometimes people said they heard sounds that didn't belong to any animal. 16-year-old Daniel had heard the stories his whole life. Strange lights, phones losing signal, a strange humming noise deep in the woods. Most people ignored the rumors, but Daniel loved mysteries. One evening, while sitting in his room, Daniel noticed something unusual. His phone suddenly showed a strong signal from a network he had never seen before: ForestNet. It appeared for a few seconds and then disappeared. Daniel frowned. Gray Hollow barely had normal signal in some areas. A new network in the forest made no sense. The next day, he told his best friend Maya. "ForestNet?" she asked, raising an eyebrow. "That sounds fake." "I know," Daniel said, but it showed full bars, and the signal direction was pointing straight into the forest. Maya thought for a moment. "Then let's go check it out." They waited until late afternoon and packed flashlights, power banks, and a small camera. The sky was already turning orange when they reached the edge of the forest. At first, everything seemed normal. The path was quiet, except for birds and rustling leaves. Then Daniel's phone buzzed. The signal appeared again. "ForestNet connected." "Okay. That's weird," Maya whispered. They followed the signal deeper into the woods. The trees grew taller, blocking most of the sunlight. The air felt colder. After about 20 minutes of walking, they noticed something strange: a metal tower. It stood between the trees, half hidden by vines and moss. It looked old, very old, but there were blinking lights at the top. "Who built this?" Maya asked quietly. "There's nothing like this on any map," Daniel replied. Suddenly the humming sound began, low, deep, vibrating through the ground. Daniel checked his phone again. A message had appeared. "Unknown device connected below." It was a single button: accept. "Don't press that," Maya said immediately, but Daniel hesitated. What if this is some kind of experiment, or maybe an old research station? The humming grew louder. The tower lights flickered. Then the phone screen changed on its own. Signal found. Searching for host. The wind suddenly stopped. The forest became completely silent. Then, far behind them, something moved. A branch snapped. Maya slowly turned around. "Daniel, we're not alone." Between the trees, something tall was standing in the darkness. It was hard to see clearly, like the shadows themselves were moving around it. Daniel's phone vibrated violently. "Host compatibility, 87%. "What does that mean?" Maya whispered. The figure stepped forward, too tall to be a person, too still to be an animal. Daniel suddenly realized something terrifying. The tower wasn't sending a signal. It was searching for someone. The phone screen flashed again. "Host found." Daniel dropped the phone. The tower lights turned bright white, lighting the entire forest. The tall shadow suddenly rushed forward, and everything went dark. The next morning, hikers found Maya walking alone near the edge of the forest. She was pale and shaking. When they asked where Daniel was, she only said one thing: "He connected." No one ever found the tower again. But sometimes late at night, phones in Gray Hollow briefly show a strange network, ForestNet, and sometimes a new device connects. Maya tried to explain what happened that night, but the words never sounded right. The police searched the forest for days. They brought drones, dogs, and even forest rangers who knew every path in Gray Hollow. But they found nothing, No tower, no strange machines, no sign of Daniel. Everyone slowly started to believe Maya had imagined the whole thing, but Maya knew the truth. 3 nights later, she was sitting in her room, staring at her phone. She couldn't sleep. Every sound outside made her nervous. Then suddenly her phone buzzed. Her heart skipped a beat. A new network appeared. ForestNet. Maya froze. Her phone connected automatically. Before she could turn it off, a message appeared on the screen. Device linked. Another message appeared below it. Host active. Her hands began to shake. Then the phone camera suddenly turned on by itself. On the screen, she saw her own room, but something was standing behind her. Tall, dark, and very familiar. Then a final message appeared.